read a prepared statement. Thank you for your attendance here today. We want to briefly discuss the incidents leading up to the arrest of Joel Hayden Schrimsher. Afterwards, we will answer some questions, but please keep in mind this is an active investigation and we may not be able to answer all your questions. On June 6th, 2019, the Harlingen Police Department received information from the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives of a person who had posed a threat on social media, the Twitter outlet. The threat was directed towards religious organizations, specifically mosques and synagogues. Federal investigators were able to identify the person who made the threats as the defendant named. Harlingen Police investigators made contact with the members of the local mosques and synagogues and advised them of the threats. At the same time, members of our investigations team contacted the defendant at his residence on Parkwood Street here in Harlingen. After interviewing the suspect, a warrant was issued for making terroristic threats. Based on the information gathered from the interview, the Harlingen Police Department investigators also drafted a search warrant for the suspect's residence on Parkwood Street. A search warrant was executed with the assistance of the Brownsville Police Department bomb squad. The search resulted in the collection of several items of evidence to include chemical compounds commonly used as components of explosives. These were not derivatives of common household items, but specific compounds, when properly combined, would create a substantial explosive if detonated. Based on the totality of the circumstances regarding the online threats, the items were collected and the potential risk to the public of the items collected and the potential risks to the public, the police department investigators informed Cameron County District Attorney's Office, and we met on the case. After reviewing the case at hand, the suspect was additionally charged with components of explosives. This has been a collaborative investigation with the partners at the Cameron County District Attorney's Office, specifically Cameron County District Attorney Louis Sines, the Office of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, and the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force. We are proud to work with all of these agencies as well as the Brownsville Police Department bomb squad. At this point, I'll introduce District Attorney Sines for a brief statement.
Thank you, Chief, and good afternoon. And unfortunately, this is a sign of the times. We go home in the evenings after working at the office, and you turn on the television, and you hear about these events, in other parts of the country, whatever the state might be, whatever the city might be, and we never think that it would happen in Harlingen or Cameron County. And because of the swift action of Harlingen PD and its partners, the federal government and the DA's office, what could have been a very serious situation was, terminated, and the community is safe. The defendant is in custody. We expect and we hope that he stays in custody. The investigation continues, but again, this is an unfortunate sign of the times. More than ever, we ask the public to be vigilant with their neighbors, with anything out of the usual, with those people that frequent social media, not to take something for granted, not to, because you've seen about it and you've heard about it before, not to make something out of it. This started with a social media post, and here we are making this announcement. So again, I want to thank Harlingen